I bought the 14 Pro in white with silver accents, and to be honest with you, I kind of find it a little boring. And hence this video. Today we're talking about Casetify cases that will help me customize this iPhone a little bit, add a little more personality to the design of this iPhone. So if you're not familiar with Casetify, let me introduce that to you a little bit. They make protective cases and they have a library of a few thousands of designs that you can pick from and apply to any one of their cases. If you scroll through their entire library of designs, I guarantee you will find something that you like. I have 3 versions of their cases today: the Impact case, which is the least bulky profile but still offers a decent protection. And then they have their Ultra Impact cases, which adds extra material on the corners and increased drop protection by almost 50%. And then they have their Bounce cases, which are the most bulky cases they offer, but they are also rated for 20 feet drop protection. 20 feet is a lot. It's like a 2-story building, so I don't think I'm gonna throw my phone outside a balcony, but if you're somebody who gets real angry after losing a Call of Duty game, maybe this case is for you. Keeping in mind the size of the phone and the fact that it has stainless steel chassis instead of the aluminum chassis on the regular iPhone, I am gravitating towards the Impact cases this year because the phone is protected pretty much by itself. And honestly, with the camera cutout being larger one more time, it's getting easier to remove a case and replace it with something else. I might juggle between an Impact and an Ultra Impact case. Going back for a second to the camera cutout thing, why are we doing this? Why are we on this race of getting the largest camera array on a phone? It kind of reminds me of how we were during the phablet days. People were fighting for the largest screen size, the largest screen to body ratio. It seems like we're doing that with the camera now. Those were definitely some fun days because I love me some large phones. I don't know how I feel about this camera sensor size race. Anyways, each of these Casetify cases will offer a lid that wraps over the screen of the display, so there's some protection to the screen if a phone falls face first. The camera is also protected by a branded camera cutout, which is raised above the rest of the case. Since the iPhone 14 Pro is fairly heavy by itself, the added weight of the case is not as noticeable. For anybody who cares, I will still leave a reference of how much each case adds to the total weight of the iPhone. Additionally, you can go to Casetify's website and configure any one of these cases with MagSafe or without MagSafe compatibility if you want to save some money and that's not the ecosystem you have signed up for. Let's take a look at Bounce case. Bounce case is definitely the more interesting one among the 3 that we're covering here today. What really got me digging deep into this case is the fact that on the website, they say that this is inspired from suspension bridges, and I'm a mechanical engineer, and I love this kind of stuff. So if I were to guess, this area of the corner is under tension, and the support beams right here would be under compression, and the outer edges or the outer beams should also be under tension. Any forces not balanced by this little structure, it will first end up collapsing this bridge, and the remaining force will be dissipated through the rest of the case. On the inside of the case, there's a layer of textured material that connects to the corners and provides a larger area for force dissipation. They've also used a high friction texture for this case. Everything on this case is designed to allow for somewhat uniform distribution of forces throughout the case. Despite being fascinated by the engineering behind this case, I'm not a fan of the Bounce case. It has a place in the market and some people should definitely consider it, but it is not a daily driver case for me. The Impact and the Ultra Impact cases are also reinforced with the same EcoShock material. They provide sufficient protection, especially in case of the Ultra Impact case, which is a good medium between the Bounce case and the Impact case. After using Casetify cases with my older phones, I can personally vouch for the quality of these cases. Every cutout, every button, and every little detail is perfectly aligned to the iPhone 14's physical features. I used an Ultra Impact case for almost a year on my iPhone 13 Pro. After a year of use, my phone had no significant damage, no cracks or anything like that, despite being used by a very clumsy human being with butterfingers who basically throws his phone around whenever and wherever. So if you pick up a Casetify case because of my video, I would love to see it. Hit me up on Instagram, hit me up on Twitter, wherever you want to post photos, tag me on those photos. I would love to check those out. Anyways, thank you everybody for watching. This is Geet.